Hey, I'm Mark Wilson. Thanks for joining me today at Cooking with Wilson. Today we're doing baked potatoes, but I'm going to take a little bit different take to it. One, I'm making these as sides. Two, I'm going to show you how to make a double stuffed baked potato with brisket. It combines two things I really like, potato, brisket, and then on top of it with some cheese, and it is damn amazing. I'm gonna get to it. So there's two ways to cook a baked potato. Three if you want to wrap it in tin foil and put it in the fire. We're not doing that today though. You put it in the oven, let it go for about 45 minutes, or you can put it in the microwave. Either which way, you got to do one thing to it after you wash it, because you definitely want to wash it. You poke a bunch of holes in it with a fork. Then take a special fork, salad fork, dinner fork, dessert fork. I don't care as long as you poke holes in it. And that's pretty much that. So the recipe is in the description of this video. You can go step by step for that. But we're going to jump on this, get this thing cooked. Going to poke holes in the other ones. And like I said, this is a side dish potato. If I want to have a big potato, I have a big potato. Same process, no matter the size. So we pulled our potatoes. No matter how you cook it, microwave or in the oven, you want to let it cool for 5 minutes, because you don't want to burn yourself. And then it just comes down to a matter of just taking a knife and kind of just digging into it just like this, and kind of splitting it open very carefully, because you don't want to make it huge and wide open. If you see it's kind of hot like that, you may want to let it cool off a little bit more. And then what we're going to do is scoop it all out, leave about a 1/4 of an inch barrier in there, and we're going to pull it out and move on to the next phase. Next up, we got our saucepan. We want to melt some butter. So we got that right here. I'm going to let that melt down. Got our butter melted, so now it's a matter of just adding in the potato that we pulled out. At this point, we want to just mush it around just like this. Break it down with a fork. Go against the sides. Now we're going to add in our sour cream. We're going to add in our chives, our chopped green onion. We're going to add in our cheese. And then at this point, we're going to mix this all up and get it all nice and combined. Cheese is going to be nice and melted. And we're going to add this mixture back into our potato shells. Smells divine. So we scooped in and filled in our potatoes with our mixture we just created. Just a matter of scooping and filling it in. You want to get it nice and evenly distributed. And next up is our key ingredient. So we've got some finely chopped brisket. We're going to put this all over the top of this thing. Just like this. Oh yes. You talk about tasting great. And the beauty of this with a brisket, as long as your brisket's seasoned properly, it'll have enough flavor in it that you really don't need anything else to go on there. If you're a huge fan of salt and pepper, go ahead and add some of that when you get ready to eat it. Otherwise, that brisket will give it a far enough flavor that's all you need. One last touch. Put a little bit more cheese on top of it. Because if you've watched any of my videos, you know one thing for sure, there's a couple of shortages I don't go with, and that's one of them is cheese. So normally this goes in like a cookie sheet, and then goes in the oven. We have preheated at 400 degrees. We're going to cook it until this cheese becomes nice and bubbly. I've got a cookie sheet being used for a couple other things, and quite frankly, this is what I had handy, so I'm going with a cast iron skillet right here. And we're going to take all the rest of this stuff that's on the table. I'm going to sprinkle it across and fill this in. And in the oven it goes, about 15 minutes till the cheese is nice and bubbly. And the best thing to do with these is once you get them out of the oven, let them cool for about 5, maybe 10 minutes, and then serve them. Well, here it is. Just pull it out of the oven. Cheese is still nice and gooey, just a tad bit crispy, just the way I like it. Hey, well, here you have it. These are basically slider versions of brisket baked potato. The bigger the potato, the more the meal. But I can tell you what, I make these for my friends, and they are very much so impressed with them. But just don't take my word or even take their word for it. Give it a shot. The recipe is in the description below. You can hit me up at Cookin with Wilson, that's without the G because I'm country like that, at Gmail, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, whichever one floats your boat. The recipe is in the description below. It's also in volume 3 of my cookbook. All the proceeds I receive from my cookbooks go directly to charity. This go around, I'm supporting smiletrain.org. They specialize in cleft lip repairs for kids and help put smiles on kids' faces, and I think that's something everybody can get behind. And the link to that is directly below, or you can just go to smiletrain.org. Also, remember this: try not to ever blame anybody in your life, because the good people bring us happiness, the bad people bring us experience, the worst bring us life lessons, and the best, well, hell, those are the ones we make fantastic memories with. Until next time.